Ready to open the hood? Usetool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app.
In order to change the oil, you will have to purchase an oil filter and an oil bottle. You can find the recommended parts and products in the video description, as well as in the link to know the type of oil and the amount needed. Turn your engine off. Pull up the handbrake. Pull on the bonnet release lever and open the bonnet. Open the oil fill plug. This will increase the oil flow when performing an oil change. Lift the front of the vehicle. Place the vehicle on the 2 axle stands. This will give you access to the drain nut. We strongly suggest watching our tutorial Raising Your Astra case safely before carrying out this step. Using a Phillips screwdriver, unscrew the screw from the plastic cover, giving access to the drain nut. Then remove the plastic protection. You can now see the drain nut. Using a socket wrench and a 15mm socket, unscrew the drain nut. Start the process with the wrench and finishing off by hand. Be careful on the last few turns. The oil can squirt out immediately. You have to anticipate by placing a container underneath to collect the oil. You can learn how to make one by watching another of our videos. How to make a collector for liquids. Let the oil run out for 10 minutes or so. When you change the oil on your car, you must also replace the oil filter. Access to the oil filter is done from underneath the engine compartment. In order to collect the oil it contains that might flow out when you remove it, place a liquid collector underneath.
Okay, guys, if we can share this video with you and help you save a lot of money, is also thanks to our partner, Mr. Auto. So, if you want to support us and buy the part for this operation, visit their website. Okay, back to work.
Using a 6mm Allen key, unscrew the filter drain plug. This will drain the oil from the oil filter. Then screw the plug back in. Clean any oil left on the filter with a paper towel. Using a socket wrench and a 24mm socket, unscrew the filter flange by turning it anti-clockwise. Finish the unscrewing process by hand and remove the filter. Place it in a liquid collector. Separate the filter cartridge from the flange, levering it off with a flathead screwdriver. Using a thin screwdriver, take out the rubber O-ring which is located on the flange washer. Clean the filter flange using brake cleaner fluid and paper towels. Replace the seal with the one that is supplied with the new filter, ensuring you properly oil its surface. Replace the drain seal with a new one. Then screw the plug back on by hand first, and finish tightening using the tool without over-tightening. Insert the new filter into the flange until you hear the click that says it has been locked into place. Screw the flange back on by hand until it touches. To tighten it, take a socket wrench, an extender, and a 24mm socket. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Clean the seal area with a paper towel. Replace the drain nut with a new one, then screw the drain nut back in by hand at first. And fix it in place with a socket wrench. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Now you have to put the oil back into the motor. You have to be very careful and precise when doing this part of the job. Put the plastic protection back in. Then screw it back on. Then lower your car back to the ground and check the oil level. This is something that can only be done when the vehicle is flat. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. You can find the exact amount of oil suggested for your car in the description of the tutorial. Close the fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 30 seconds. This will fill the oil filter. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath. Remove it again. And check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful to never go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed.